Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I'm your dungeon master for tonight, David Gagnon, and this is Colder Little Twitch's Wit. We're getting into episode 3 today. Um, yeah. Oh, I just realized I didn't have the actual stream muted, so that was fun hearing myself talk. Anytime I hear myself talk, it makes me want to apologize to anybody who's ever heard my voice. um, So yeah, with that little self-paration out of the way, um, normally we would jump right into meeting our players, but we have a little a prelude, as it were. It takes place. This will take place during their long rest this night, um, as our cleric ZERRIS has a little bit of a dream. So ZERRIS, you find yourself, and much like you would expect from a dream, you don't really know how you got here. Um, but this room seems vaguely familiar, um, or distantly familiar rather, as it has been quite some years since you've been here. Um, it's a poorly lit room. There's some torches along the wall. Um, but you appear to be in some form of tomb. But you are not alone here. Our good friend Derik is here with you. And the two of you find yourself standing in front of a sphinx.
Is Derik in his plasmoid form, or is Derik in?
It's Derik.
Derik is not a plasmoid, so
Oh shit! Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Well, you gonna answer his question?
What was his question?
He just asked you the riddle. It's your turn.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat the question?
the man who created me does not want me. The man who bought me does not need me. The man who needs me does not know it. What am I?
Come on, last time you threw us forward a year. Come on, you gotta get this one right.
Fucking. I'm sorry. What? What is happening? Doesn't. Time?
So around you, it Derik, you don't really seem to notice this, but ZERRIS, it's almost like the walls kind of closing in almost, but it's less of them closing in and more you realizing that they're there. It's almost like a glass entrapment sort of thing. Um, but nothing else seems to happen.
Derik,
Yeah?
did you try already?
No, I'm not allowed on this one. This is your riddle.
What the fuck does that mean?
We're exchanging riddles. It's your turn to answer.
Can,
And you notice almost like a trickle of sand pouring down, as if it appears that you're in some kind of hourglass.
I need you to repeat it one more time. I'm so sorry. I'll get it this time. I swear.
The Sphinx kind of rolls his eyes as if he's tired of repeating himself to mortals. But the man who created me does not want me. The man who bought me does not need me. The man who needs me does not know it. What am I?
Derik, I'm reminded of the time at the whorehouse. Do you think it's love? Do you think it's love?
I mean,
at this point, you
can't
notice
buy
the
love, though.
glass.
A form of it you can.
That's not love, though.
The glass
Actual love.
of
Crystal begs to differ.
of the hourglass starts to. You can almost see like cracks forming. You can see the word "the," and the flow of sand increases.
I don't, Derek, I need your help on this one. I'm fucked on this. I feel like now all I can remember is the time at the whorehouse. It's all going flesh-colored.
Okay, so what's created is not wanted. What is bought is not needed, and what is needed is not had. Feel like love doesn't fit in there because people who need love will find love.
That's not entirely true. There are plenty of people that die alone.
Flow of sand increases again.
We're gonna die.
Listen, man. It's your riddle to answer. I can't answer it for you.
Money?
Again, more cracks appear in the wall. And this one you can see the word Zephyr.
Come on, man. Who creates money and doesn't want money?
I mean, there are plenty of people that, fucking smell.
Have you ever met a coinsmith that doesn't want money? They make the coins for money. They get paid.
I mean, a clever coinsmith would steal the money.
No, a clever coinsmith would use slightly less resources and save up the gold, and then exchange a lump of gold for the money that
We're
he
getting
just
off
made.
track, Derek.
You're right.
The sand is up to about your knees now. Like just below them.
So what else could somebody that created it but does not want it? Someone who bought it who didn't need it, and someone who needs it doesn't have it. It's not money, but it has to be something that a person can create. That's what he said.
Now,
But
another crack starts to form, and you see the word "is."
Do you see the cracks, Derek?
What are you talking about? The Sphinx is right there. He's not on drugs.
No, the cracks in the wall, Derek.
What are you talking about?
You don't see those?
See what? I look at where he's pointing.
No, you see the wall. Further
It's
away.
a wall.
There is. You don't see this glass or any of that he's talking about.
It's a wall. What are you talking about? Are you okay? Did you do drugs?
I don't remember. What year is it?
I don't know. The Sphinx has been throwing us through time for a while now.
Again, the flow of sand increases a little bit more, and ZERRIS, you notice that Derik, like a little bit of blood appears to be showing through his shirt. Derik, you don't notice this.
Derek, you're injured.
What? No, I'm not. What are you talking about? Answer the riddle. He's going to throw us further off our timeline.
We need a moment. My friend is injured. Addressing the Sphinx.
I'm perfectly fine. Don't ask for time. He's going to do that. Give us more time.
You start. Another word starts to appear. Cold.
The Zephyr is cold.
What? Was that an answer? The Zephyr is cold?
I don't know.
Come on, man. That can't be it. That can't be his answer. No, please don't accept that as his answer.
My friend is injured. You need to let us go. We'll leave you in peace. We'll forget we ever came here.
ZERRIS, we've been over this. We can't leave.
The Sphinx looks quizzically at you, but sees no injury on your friend.
We can't. We're not allowed to leave yet until we finish this game. or he'll kill us. I don't know about you, but I don't want to die here.
Punishment?
The sand now up to your waist. You see the word "this" appear in the glass.
Zephyr is cold this.
And again, the sand increases. With a flow of sand.
Why do you keep saying Zephyr? That's just a type of wind. What the... That isn't relevant to us. You can't create... Well,
I don't know
you
the
can
answer,
create wind.
Derek.
You can't buy wind.
I don't know the answer, and you're injured.
The wounds on Derik appear to be growing. And you... Oh, sorry?
I'm gonna try to crawl out of the sand and get to him and tend to him.
Oh, he's right in front of you.
I'm gonna grab Derek. I'm gonna check his... Coming from his chest?
Yeah, from his torso area, yeah. And these wounds look very similar to the last time you saw him.
What are you doing?
Derek. You son of a bitch.
What?
Yetis, Derek? Yetis, Derek. Why?
What are you talking about? There are no Yetis here. There's only a Sphinx. Answer his riddle.
We need to get you to safety. We need to get you... How... You don't... How long has it been? Where are we?
We're in the Sphinx's chamber. Remember, we came here to steal the papyrus.
The sand is now up to about mid-chest right now.
Zephyr is cold this...
And then appearing in the cracks, the word morning.
Friendship? Companionship. Derek, where...
Now, Derik, as all this is going on, again, much like we last saw you, you're more or less reverting the way we saw you before. So the bluish hue to your skin from the cold and from the the whole dying bit.
Probably a little trickle of a translucent liquid coming down here.
I had to bring up the super pneumonia.
Of course.
There was that, yeah. Excuse me. And with that, the rest of the glass, the crack spreads around it, and it shatters. And instead of sand going everywhere, it's more of a cold blowing wind. And then that's when you wake up. So now we get to meet our players.
What? What the fuck?
Good day. I am RA-THERIS. I am just your humble plasmoid, not to be confused with a dead person.
I'm very confused right now, so hi.
I don't know what's going on. I'm just trying to de-stress before taking my nightly nap.
Hi, I'm ZERRIS, and I'm very confused.
Oh my.
I don't know. Send help.
All right. So we do find ourselves now at the beginning of the day with everybody waking up. But excuse me, ZERRIS, with you specifically going to touch on this for just a second, not leave you hanging too much longer on that. Excuse me. So RA-THERIS, you heard ZERRIS here mumbling some things in his sleep, and something that might have sounded very familiar to you.
Indeed.
That, yeah. So with that, we'll start there, and then we'll find out what everybody else has been up to.
Creator, you have initiated your passphrase.
What are you talking about?
You have initiated your passphrase.
What? When? When? I'm just having a nightmare.
Just now, you've said it. What modifications would you like?
The Zephyr is cold. This. What was the last? That can't be the end of the sentence, can it?
Master, you have already initiated your passphrase. You do not need to reinitiate your passphrase.
Papyrus?
Papyrus.
Papyrus.
You wish for papyrus, Master.
No, no, was what?
I shall begin manufacturing
no,
large.
No. Firstly done. First, no. The password's been entered, correct?
Correct, man. Correct. Sir.
Okay, cool. First, holy shit. First things first. You don't need to call me Master anymore. ZERRIS is fine. Okay? Call me ZERRIS.
Understood, ZERRIS. Name changed.
Oh my God.
Would you like other aliases changed as well?
What are the other aliases?
You have approximately 433 different names.
We do not have time for... Okay, I need you to point them out. If we ever come across them, if you ever recognize them, point them out to me and then let me know, alright? Does that sound reasonable?
Understood. If I ever should come across your 433 different names, I shall point them out to you post haste.
Okay. Secondly, you don't take orders from me, okay? You can take my advice into account. You can take everyone else's advice into account as well. But as far as you're concerned, you are free. You operate as if you have free will, all right?
Understood. I will follow your orders and operate as without following your orders.
What does that mean, RA-THERIS?
There is an error in your logic in ordering me to not follow your orders, Master. ZERRIS.
I hereby gift you free will. I
ZERRIS,
release you from service.
ZERRIS, release from service is self-destruction. Are you
what?
sure?
No! No!
Oh no!
No.
I shall begin self-destruction if
no,
you wish.
No!
Please confirm.
No!
That escalated quickly.
Very quickly.
I need. Okay. I'd like to change my password.
Understood.
It's about that. It's at about that time where ZERRIS, you're gonna be hearing a knock on the door, followed by a, "Is everything okay in there?"
Yes, of course.
What would you like to change your passphrase to?
Fuck. Shit.
Pineapple.
Passphrase entered.
Wait, no, that's not what I wanted.
Would you like to change your passphrase again?
Yes, please. What's
For
something?
verification purposes, please re-enter your new passphrase.
Oh, fuck. Shit.
Passphrase accepted.
New password is that time in Nypoint.
That time in Nypoint. Accepted.
Excellent. RA-THERIS, what did I say in my sleep?
Would you like a detailed account of your entire sleeping record?
The fact that you have that is unsettling.
Unnerving.
You woke up approximately 4 times in your sleep.
Okay.
1 time to turn over and retrieve the blanket you threw at me.
I don't
You also mumbled many things. For instance, you kept saying the name Derik, who I understand is the great torturer, and it shall remain dead forevermore. I imagine your dream was about destroying him. thoroughly.
The door is going to be opening up, and I'm just going to be saying,
All right.
Sir ZERRIS, what in the name of the heavens is going on in here?
I had a nightmare.
Okay. About what exactly?
Derik
I'm
was
assuming
there.
that's
Derik was there. Were you being tortured by the great torturer? I shall go desecrate his corpse if you desire.
No, that is not necessary.
Oh,
a trauma nightmare. You need me to get you something?
No, I need, I need a pen. I need a pen. I need a writing utensil and paper, parchment.
Understood. Acquiring those things.
I would be aware of him keeping something like that in his personal inventory, correct?
oh yeah. That's not something that would be unusual for.
I
him
begin to
have,
slowly
so.
move
So
off.
I'd be able to. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask, where exactly do you keep that in here?
It's just in my pack. I don't worry about it. I can take care of it.
You take a minute and breathe. I will take
Zephyr.
care of the pen.
Zephyr is
We'll
cold.
go downstairs and we'll talk about it. Zephyrus, what?
Zephyr is cold. This what?
Were you freezing last night?
No. The Zephyr is. There was a what? What's the rest of this sentence?
Go downstairs and get yourself something warm to eat. I'll get you your pen and your book and your ink, and we'll go downstairs. We'll talk about it. You'll make some notes.
You and NIAM
Okay.
don't sleep, correct?
Not to. Not unless it's comfortable.
Speaking of which, what do we find Nyam doing this morning? Don't want to leave anybody hanging. So
The morning?
the morning, yes.
Probably just wandering around, seeing what's around.
Just kind of wandering around the city, or like around the building.
Around the building,
Okay.
see how far. Just kind of what's near. If there's nothing fun, she's gonna just kind of keep wandering a little bit.
Yeah, I got you. Let's see. So yeah, it's not a very large place. Actually, I just realized I hadn't moved the little tab thing over there. So over on the Roll20 thing, you can actually see a little map of that. Not sure where you guys would have set up your rooms, but you can pick your favorite. But no, on the ground floor there were 6 small rooms, little 3x3 rooms, small hallway and a little entryway, where everybody checked in, checked out, all that fun stuff. And then the upper floor had more. There were some more rooms up there as well, but overall, small little inn. Nothing really too crazy. And then right across the street was a tavern.
The ZERRIS would have slept on the top floor. ZERRIS looks down on those around him.
I think it was more along the lines of the rooms on the second floor were the only ones open.
The ZERRIS prefers to sleep on the top floor whenever possible.
Why is it the ZERRIS now?
You designated that as your new title.
It was just ZERRIS.
And then on the top there were.
If you wish me to drop it, I am still unlocked. You may continue to modify me.
Yep. So there were an additional 8 rooms up top. A little.
There we go. All right.
I don't know if that would really be called a fireplace, more of a hearth, really, to provide some warmth. Because if you haven't noticed, it gets a little cold here.
Wait for ZERRIS' token to get placed, and then I'll just place mine nearby.
Oh, my bad. Are we placing tokens? My bad.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Do I have
Neat.
It's you?
Oh, there we go. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
Oh, I gotta go into settings for it. Okay.
Yeah, so wherever you wanted to set your rooms there.
Okay. This is the first story or second story? This is
This is
Second
the second
story.
story.
okay. Just right there. Niam, do you want me to place your token for you?
She's not in there.
Yeah, she had gotten up and
Gotcha.
was roaming around a little bit. So, and then like on the streets, you'll see like the day kind of starting up. People opening up shops, some through fare starting to go as people either coming in first thing in the morning or getting ready to head out for the day. Excuse me, but nothing really too out of the ordinary there.
Yeah, she'll probably just find a little place to sit nearby just to people watch, see what the
Okay.
shops are.
Cool. And then what is it? ZERRIS, you were looking for a pen and paper.
Yes. The moment I find a writing utensil and some paper, I'm just gonna scroll out so I don't forget. The Zephyr is cold. This, and I don't. What the fuck was it? The Zephyr is cold. This what?
Are you inquiring as to your previous passphrase?
Is that my previous passphrase?
Yes, master. I mean, ZERRIS. Forgive me.
What was the what was the rest of it?
Your admin lock has me unable to say your previous passphrase.
Admin log.
Would you like to undo that?
Yes. Yes, please. Yes.
All admin lock undone?
Oh no. I don't even know what that means.
Yes.
Understood. Undoing all admin restrictions. One moment, please.
Okay.
Gonna gently vibrate for approximately 13 seconds. All admin restrictions have been done. Morality programs have been deleted.
What?
Oh no.
Primary task fully initiated.
Primary task.
What does that mean, RA-THERIS?
You will be protected against all threats.
With a proper restraint of force, correct?
No, I will destroy everything, and you will be put in a box.
Can't have that, RA-THERIS. I don't. That's not advised.
Would you like to reinstate morality protocols?
I would very much. Yes, I would very much.
Are there any other protocols you would like to reinstate?
Humanity, morality, empathy.
You never installed empathy or humanity. I am
Oh.
not human,
Oh.
nor am I humanoid. As
Oh,
such, you
no.
did not see fit to add those. Morality was merely so I did not lock you in a box and kill everybody who got within 10 miles of you.
That's good. Let's just enable that for now, and then we'll touch on it a little bit later.
That will remain enabled.
Excellent.
ZERRIS.
Excellent.
Would you like to know your previous passphrase?
I would very much like. Yes, I would very
Understood.
much like to do that.
All secrets are bare to you. Your previous passphrase was the Zephyr is cold this morning.
Did that have any significance? Do you know why I chose that as a password?
You enjoyed a cold breeze in the morning.
I do enjoy a cold breeze in the morning. This is not boding well. STIRIA! NIAM!
What is it you need? just gonna point out that I didn't exactly go that far away because I saw ZERRIS clearly disturbed.
Right, right.
I think I remember things.
You needed your pen and a book, right?
Yeah, we're good now. We're good now.
I'm gonna go ahead and pass those over. Well, why don't we get downstairs, get something warm to eat, and then we'll talk about it.
I do not believe food is consumed at this establishment.
What?
There was no sign of food being served at this establishment.
Seed and magic exists, so we'll go
Oh.
downstairs, get something warm to eat, even if it means just rations, and we'll talk.
Well, right across from this one, from this building, really just, about 10 feet over, there is a tavern there, and excuse me. So, and the two are kind of a joint business, as it were. So, lodging and food right next to each other for convenience.
With that, going downstairs makes even more sense.
So we can go ahead and move that there.
Okay, moving.
Yeah, I don't know how to move the player tokens over there just yet. So
You'd have to go to the old map, copy the tokens, and then paste them into the new map. You can do it as a
One thing you can also do, given how small these maps are, is put them side by side on the same screen.
I'll go ahead and do that later. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to do it that way. So that will be my project this next week, is to actually go through and do that. But yeah, so you guys are down here. I'm on the wrong layer. Tokens. Excellent.
how are we
Oh.
on money?
Yeah, so the bottom one here is the inn and the tavern right across the street. So not even across the street, just neighboring, I suppose would be the word I'm looking for. Various tables to sit at, and NIAM, I would say from where you're sitting, you would be able to see them like, leaving this building and then going into the tavern.
I'm gonna follow him over to the tavern then.
Okay, so when we get to the tavern, one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to look to ZERRIS and I'll ask, so ZERRIS, you mind if I see your coin purse?
Sure. And I'll hand
Okay.
over my coin purse.
Go ahead and grab that, walk over. And after taking a look at what they serve, which I'm assuming is not really a whole lot given the times.
Not a whole lot, but yeah, probably some stews, some breads, things like that. It's definitely a warm meal you could get.
Go ahead and order a rather large bowl of piping hot stew.
Okay.
And then using whatever funds are in ZERRIS's coin purse to pay for that.
Okay.
And once it's ready, take it back to whatever table ZERRIS is sitting at, because I will be directing him to sit down at a table and start writing things down.
Yep. Yeah, we'll go ahead and call that 4 silver for the bigger bowl.
Plus a
Did you
a pot of coffee, please.
Can we go ahead and add a large pot of coffee to that as well?
Yep.
Not 100% sure if that's possible, but I'm going to go ahead and ask anyways.
Yeah, sure. Excuse me. That one we'll just say 4 copper.
Go ahead and pay for that one as well. And once they're ready, take them back to ZERRIS, set them in front of him while he's writing stuff down.
Cool.
Sit down and look to him and is like, all right, what do we have so far?
It was Derik and I were in a chamber There was a sphinx. And he said that it had thrown us through time. He asked a riddle. I don't know the answer.
Kind of riddle was it?
Would I remember the riddle, Dungeon Master?
Yeah, I would say you would. I was debating on whether or not to make a roll for it, but the Sphinx did repeat it itself, so I can see that. So the man who created me does not want me. The man who bought me does not need me. The man who needs me does not know it. What am I?
I will recite that to my companions. Is NIAM with us?
Yes.
I couldn't figure it out. It felt like a dream, but it also felt a little bit like a memory. Derik was
Lucid
there.
dreams can be like that sometimes.
Derik was there, and then his injuries were returning. He didn't seem to notice them, though. Neither did the Sphinx.
I would say likely due to the situation that happened on the road on our way here.
Yeah, I don't, but doesn't explain.
Possibly guilt or kind of regret. He was an old friend of yours.
Yes, it felt very real.
Dreams tend to have that effect on humanoids.
Certain dreams do,
Do we?
whereas some are just fleeting moments like a ripple in a pond.
Everything's your head.
So, while you were having this dream and you were seeing Sir Derik, I would say, slowly decaying, what else was happening? Do you remember anything?
There was.
The nature of your surroundings?
I was
or...
being. It was in a. I was in an hourglass, and it was being filled with sand. Derik said we went there to steal papyrus.
You require papyrus, Master.
Is it a code for something, RA-THERIS?
No, I believe
Papyrus is a type of paper created from palm leaves. If it is a code for something, it is not a code that you have made me aware of. If you require papyrus, I will go and acquire papyrus for you.
No.
I believe that would be necessary.
It would be necessary?
I don't believe it would be necessary.
Understood, ZERRIS. Does not require papyrus. Perhaps something else? Parchment? Animal skin?
No.
Some other writing material?
No.
He has his book and quill. He should be sufficient.
Hmm. No clay tablets then.
Oh, good old clay tablets.
Oh, you. So you were entreating with a sphinx, attempting to answer some kind of riddle with your friend Derik, while you were seeing him slowly slowly waste away, while within an hourglass that was slowly filling with sand.
Correct. And then whenever I was getting the answer wrong, it's when the cracks started to form along the wall. And that's it started the Zephyr is cold, and then it cut off I have recently been informed, thanks to RA-THERIS, that that is my old password.
Interesting.
Passphrase.
Phrase.
It is not a word.
I just look over, it's like, okay, that is uncanny.
Uncanny. In what way? I have called it a passphrase this
saying the
entire
same word.
time.
Saying the same word at the exact same time.
I do not see it.
How
So-
long did you say that I've been alive, RA-THERIS?
I do not know. You never permitted me to count above 1,000.
Cool. Cool.
As such, I was only able to count 999 winters.
Okay. Is there a sphinx somewhere in your record?
Many. You did slaughter several.
What?
Oh,
What?
You slaughtered several sphinxes who would not comply with your demands.
My demands of a
Yes.
sphinx?
Yes, you desired a spell to be cast. The spell you created required 5 sphinxes to participate. When you had to kill 3 in order to acquire the 5 total. At which point the 5 sphinxes cast the spell for you, and then you let 2 of them leave.
Let 2 of them leave.
what was the spell?
Details on the spell are unknown. However, I can tell you it was enchantment magic.
Okay.
Enchantment requires the raw power of 5 sphinxes.
Indeed.
This feels icky.
Icky.
Can I use
Like me.
history or insight to see if I would have any idea why he was killing sphinxes for a spell?
Uh,
Oh, that's a good question.
yeah, I would say history or arcana, probably.
This feels how I would imagine a
maybe
goblin's
religion?
nightmare to sound like.
Maybe religion?
Is there a history of...
Well, which one would you like, sir?
Your choice. Whichever one you think would fit this best. Because I can see an argument for all 3.
Oh my goodness.
Weird.
19.
19. So, from what you know, magic like that has not been seen in a very long time. Several hundred years, probably, was the last time, and it was not commonplace. And nor was it probably very ethical either. Considering that,
Why?
I mean, you needed 5 sphinxes, and
3 of which died in the process.
3 of them died. So probably not very ethical. I mean, for enchantment magic to kill people in the process, like necromancy, I would expect that.
Yeah, but what kind of enchantment magic could it
requires
be?
that level of power.
Right.
Enchantment. What is enchantment used for?
Controlling the minds of others.
Okay.
And or changing perceptions.
Oh,
Though not as well
no.
as illusion magic. Illusion magic is much more effective at that. However, enchantment can. It is also used to enforce one's will,
Oh no.
primarily through spells such as Gios or Control Person.
Oh no.
Dear.
Oh no. Is there a...
So, if you can't count past 1,000,
I am allowed to now.
okay.
Master deleted that admin protocol. ZERRIS
Oh,
deleted that admin protocol. Forgive me, ZERRIS. Old habits.
Yep.
But You only counted
recall-
999 winters. Did you
Correct.
did you only count that once?
I was only permitted to count to 999.
And then you just stopped counting. You didn't
Correct.
start over again at one?
Do you
No.
recall if there were
Oh,
any
God.
additional winters after the 999th winter?
Yes.
Can you?
Though I am unable to tell you how many, as I was not permitted to count them, as they would have added to the tally of 999.
Can you provide an approximate estimate?
No, I am unable to provide such an estimate. There were many, and I could not reasonably guess how many.
Hmm.
Yeah, so from what I would imagine is that a spell that required 5 sphinxes to be involved would probably have been, especially if it's an enchantment spell, something that would have been happening.
Magic
on
of the
mass
highest
scale.
order.
Yeah,
Magic of the
you
highest
would have
order.
been affecting a lot of people with something like that.
Is there any historical precedent to show that happened? Is there anything that may have been recorded in history books? Some madman trying to cast some strange ritual, or
I mean, mad people do things over the years, but as far as complete stories and as far as accurate representations of a thing in recorded history, not specifically, which could tell you that, while it may have existed, maybe it wasn't used, or maybe whoever was trying to do it failed to do so.
Are there any myths or legends of this?
I would say there may be some myths that are really just kind of more taken as fairy tales or stories, but again, it's been something that has been, if that kind of magic was being used, it has been several hundred years since anyone has even tried something on that scale.
I'm going to look over to ZERRIS and I'm going to be like, why don't we make a note of this? And we can tackle this sometime later when our faculties are all accounted for.
sure. What's the plan today then?
Well, I was going to meet up with Tanya and see what we needed to do as far as getting acquainted with this town. We also need to go find the chapter house here for our order and report in on our mission.
I'm not looking forward to that.
If we tell it as honestly and as earnestly as we can, I am confident no major repercussions may occur.
If any do, we will simply destroy them.
No.
Just look over and just like, let's refrain from that line of thought, please.
If they are to bring repercussions upon ZERRIS, they will be destroyed.
Let's
Yeah,
refrain
oh,
from that line of thought, please.
I think RA-THERIS and I will just wait outside. NIAM, do you want to join us for this? You're technically not beholden to any of this, but you've been you're kind of in this now, you know what I mean? I don't feel like you can just walk away from the weird shit that's been going on the past couple days. I mean, by all means, if you feel like you can, go for it, but
I'll come to make sure he doesn't do anything a little ridiculous.
I like how we're all like, we need to babysit the slime.
I mean, if it's your order that you need to report to, then you're going to need to go inside. So I'll watch him while you go do that.
okay. That sounds good. RA-THERIS, does that sound agreeable to you?
I will do anything for you, ZERRIS.
Oh my god, this is so creepy.
On so many levels.
I will do anything for you. My opinion does not matter.
I think I'm gonna take up
The
smoking.
phrasing
again.
on that. I'm gonna take up
Oh.
smoking.
Yeah, this is.
Onward to the order, then.
Understood. Shall I
Yeah.
initiate disguise?
That would be great. I don't know why you came down as this. No
You
one
did not
seems
order
to be,
me to initiate disguise.
No one seems worried at all. I don't understand. These people are. Is Nypoint feels.
Is what?
You
Sorry.
realize he came downstairs as slime, so I apologize.
I didn't catch it either.
It's a slime.
You
Can
didn't
we-
tell me not to be.
Can we, when we're not alone somewhere, can you make sure that you're not
Gooey.
human? Or
You wish me to convert into a humanoid
I
permanently?
want you to be something other than.
Goo.
Thank you. I'm trying to be polite.
If you could initiate your disguise protocol when we are in town and when we are not alone with the four of us. that'd be-
Understood.
He can't help the way he was born.
I will follow new
Hey.
directive and added. Always disguise when not with the four of you, and alone with you.
Okay, so that out of the way, why don't we make our way over to the chapter house? I speak DM to DM.
Yes. Yes. So yes, chapter house.
My.
Actually, don't. Trying to think. Because I don't remember if we had discussed that previously. Is that? I might
We
be
didn't
getting
discuss.
confused. I'm
As
sorry?
far as I'm aware, we didn't discuss
We
it
decided that
previously.
we had decided that there was one in the village.
Correct. Okay.
Like that though.
And I'm sorry, that would be the same place that would have given you guys the quest to go on the thing in the first place, correct?
At least
It would have been
should.
associated with the same organization that gave us the mission. Yeah.
Easy. Okay, easy enough. Quick.
I would find that a feat of magical brilliance if it was in fact the same place. Because that would mean we are dealing with a classic case of Gilmore's Glorious Goods, where we have a traveling building.
Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. But I mean, having a place where you check in, rather like less the same people who gave you the thing as opposed to someone who's associated. Which I mean, it being a smaller town, probably wouldn't be too far out of the ordinary, because you guys would have gotten I forget what it's called. I'm drawing a complete blank on the name, but the little piece of paper that says, "Hey, we're doing this job."
A writ of passage?
That, yes. So you guys probably would have been given something like that. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So don't have a map for that. We'll get that later. Don't really need it at the moment. So, you guys are able to find this place. It's just a little ways down the road, a little further into the city. Excuse me. And yeah, no, you're able to go in there, and there is a much larger fellow sitting behind the desk inside. Essentially an elephant-looking fellow, but with more of a woolly mammoth sort of looking fellow sitting behind the desk. For those, essentially a loxodon with hair.
And small ears. Willie Mammoth said small ears.
Yeah, his ears are a little smaller.
I
Well,
proceed
you gotta
to
pick on his
I proceed to
ears.
offer a deep bow before reciting the phrase, "Praise be the many moons and flowers," which would be sort of a greeting phrase, I would assume, for this order. Unless it's not. Up to the DM.
I mean,
But I
yeah,
like it, so
he
I'm
kind
gonna
of
go
just
with it.
like he just kind of like looks up at you from his paperwork, and he kind of just goes back to what he's doing, and he'll like be writing on his desk, and using his trunk to grab things, including to go down, pick up his cup of coffee, and just sip it. Yes, what can I do for you?
I asked where the deacon is. We wish to report back on a commission.
And you have your writ?
Look over to ZERRIS
Yes.
with a
Yes.
rather subtle motion.
I'll fish that out of my pockets.
He'll reach over with his trunk and grab it and kind of just hold it up there. Yes, yes. And there were no issues, I assume?
Oh, there were many complications.
Of which we would prefer to speak to the deacon in confidence.
Very well. Excuse me. Yeah, so excuse me, there is I don't think, because I hadn't really thought of the hierarchy things for this here. Yeah, so on that note, I was originally thinking that this was pretty much going to be the only guy working today. So so when you're saying deacon, I'm actually not quite sure what you're referring to.
Let me pull up the definition because it's a.
Like,
It is
I mean, I
Is
know what a
he-
It is
deacon
a-
is, but
Is he the only one
It-
working today?
yeah, he's like the only one here.
Okay.
This,
Do
this is not a big office, but he kind of takes up a good chunk of the room.
Do you have the authority to, in matters of confirmation for this type of thing, in dealing with the complications as they were?
Well, I suppose that depends on the nature of the complication, but I would imagine so.
Right. The job was half done. We successfully ushered the family into their safe passage. The individual. STIRIA, why don't you take this one?
a character. I'm gonna be kind of loose with this one. Not gonna lie. So I'm gonna go ahead and describe as honestly as I can the events of what occurred between our previous town and Nypoint, up to and including the Yeti attack, but not including the strange slime unless asked.
I see. Okay.
In that particular case, it is telling the truth. It's just not telling the whole truth, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, I got you. Not including unnecessary information.
Exactly.
Right. But not being
Only things
Uh,
critical to the commission.
correct. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And I say it like that because it's been a couple of weeks and I don't remember exactly the events that unfurled, so I wouldn't know exactly the phrasing I would need to say.
I got you.
Right?
And just for both for you guys and for people watching, And that consisted of the merchant Derik hiring our adventurers here to to protect a caravan going from the port city of Shallowport to the city where we're in now of Nypoint. Because Derik had a baby Yeti in the caravan. The caravan was attacked by Yetis, and this ultimately led to Derik's demise in transit. So, I don't believe I left anything out there. Though if I did, then any of you feel free to. Oh, but we did this too.
Other than
Yeah.
the
The
exact
slime.
burial of Derik,
Yep.
and as of course the slime, because that is a unrelated incident.
Yeah.
According
Mostly
to the
is.
order, it is an
Yes.
unrelated incident.
Yes.
Related to the commissioner, but not related to the commission, if that makes sense.
Correct. I see. I will include this in my report. Seeing as the kind of squints to read it. Appears here you were commissioned for 200 gold pieces, yes? And you say the job was half done?
The villagers made it to Nypoint, hale and hearty.
Good,
Sir
good.
Derik, the commissioner, has unfortunately passed away.
Ah, I see. These lands can be merciless at times. May he rest in peace. And he reaches down again with his trunk to excuse me, pull open a drawer. He kind of rummages through, and you hear like some clinking of coins, and then he lifts it up and sets a pouch on there, and says, "Well, just seeing as you reported that the task was only halfway done, it is procedure, uh, policy, that was the word, policy, that it should be half the wages, so 100 gold for you."
Perfectly
Is custom
fair.
for our line of work. I'm gonna go ahead and graciously accept the earnings before handing them off to ZERRIS.
Thank you for your time. Is there anything else that the order is in need of at this moment?
At this moment, nothing particularly pressing. Some small jobs here and there, if you would like, but nothing urgent.
Let's we may see you before the day is out. In seek of those small jobs. For the time being, we need to get our personal affairs in order, if that's all right.
That is quite all right. I would be here probably well into the evening.
Thank you, sir.
Of course.
Turn on heel and depart. Unless STIRIA has anything else.
Nothing from us. Please do give our blessings to the minister when he presents himself.
I certainly shall. Good day to you.
Or
Hmm?
before returning before parting with another deep bow and following suit behind ZERRIS.
Okay.
RA-THERIS didn't fucking eat NIAM, did he? While we were gone.
God, I hope not.
Did you order me to eat Nyam?
No!
Then I wouldn't. Then, assuming she didn't assault me, I wouldn't have eaten her.
Yes. No.
Did you want me to eat Nyam?
Please don't.
No! Turn outside to rejoin our friends. Well,
You.
You lived.
yeah. Who would have thought?
Good.
Of course he
Gonna
lived.
take an immediate bow and just is taking an immediate deep breath in the side and it's just like
You
it's
okay?
the one thing I can that's the one thing I can never quite fully cope with, and that is what would be the word for it? I'll just go with something simple.
The paperwork.
Religious etiquette is what I would say.
Mm. Well, we're free. We're free to.
What? Those are the laws of the order, so that's
We're free to continue.
Yes, yes.
The
so. Where's Tanya?
So Tanya would have excuse me, she would have told you before heading out. She would have gone to the bathhouse and been waiting for you to essentially just either until she got back or you met her there.
Probably would have met her there before last evening, before this morning.
RA-THERIS, do you need a blanket? Some sort of cover?
Do I require it?
Yeah, you cold?
You gifted me with the ability to sense temperature changes. Yes.
Okay, so
But are you cold?
I do feel the frigidness.
yeah, we're gonna get you some clothes. I'm gonna fish in my bag for just a blanket that he can wrap himself in.
If you just hand me the blanket, I'm gonna hold it for you.
Please,
To use.
please drape. I'm gonna just around his shoulders.
Is this a cloak?
For a makeshift for the time being.
Until we can get a proper winter cloak.
Understood.
But yeah, if Tanya is with us, we'll go ahead and get done with we'll go ahead and move on to the village tour.
Okay, yeah. Which excuse me. The husband or the father from the family, so Todd, he excuse me, just like you guys had previously discussed, he meets up with you. Excuse me.
You okay?
And yeah, no, sorry, I have acid reflux. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. So yeah, no, he's walking you through. He'll walk you through the town. Um, and be able to show you a little further up north from where you were. And you can see some barracks buildings where like the town guard and what have you. And where they post up, or the what's the word I'm looking for? Jailhouse. Yes, there's that. And then there's also a down that way. There's also a large courtyard where they would. From the looks of it, it's more public sentencing sort of situations. The legal district, as it were. Um, Let me see. Still getting used to using the little 20 thing here. Okay. So it's going to be walking you through the market section. There's various clothing shops, some shops where you can buy armor, weapons, etc. A lot of the things that you would expect here. And then, sorry, just a second. Yep. So yeah, various shops. A lot of the expect. There are some simple say food markets and what have you, as well. So if you were looking to buy maybe some meats, some breads, etc., etc. But as you're coming along, you notice that off to the corner, there appears to be a small child crying. Clothing is tattered and very worn, not well tended to. There's some decent patchwork. I suppose you call it
Immediate
decent.
cause for concern, given that we have a chapter house in the village. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just nudge towards the kid while looking at ZERRIS.
I can check on them. If you need to continue on, by all means.
I mean, I have no problem with pausing myself.
Check on the
Let's
kid.
be honest. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and go. Ramos, you okay?
Yeah, my eyes. It's all good.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure you're good.
You seemed a little tired there, is all. So yeah, I'm gonna go up with ZERRIS to the child. I would assume I would be about at his height.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's sitting on the ground, so.
I mean,
Oh yeah,
fair.
you would. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot you were small.
I mean, not small, but small enough.
Right.
Right?
Was there anybody else going up, or was it just you two?
I am by ZERRIS' side.
Okay.
I will protect him should this small child be a trap
Okay.
from his many
I would hope
many enemies.
that NIAM would keep RA-THERIS to some kind of leash in this particular regard, out of character.
She's right there. She's right there. It's concerning.
Yeah. Once I get to about the kid's eye level,
She doesn't appear to have noticed you just yet. But she's
gentle, just a gentle hand on her shoulder for looking with just, best term would be empathetic eyes.
Mm-hmm.
As I ask, "What's wrong, kid? What's wrong, child?"
I don't know where my mom went.
Oh no.
Did she say where she was going last?
No.
You know where she normally goes?
He said she would be right back.
I'm gonna give the child my cloak.
And she's gonna kind of just take it and bundle up with it.
How old does this child look?
Maybe about 7 or 8.
Why don't we get you something to eat? You look like you could use something warm.
So it's actually at this moment, Ceres, you would have noticed somebody kind of bumping into you as they ran by, and you see another 2 kids running off in the other direction. They kind of just like ran right through the middle of your group.
Little bastards.
That sounds like a perception check to me.
Yeah, can I check my
Yeah.
pockets?
Yep, you can go ahead.
Oh, bastards. Okay, where?
Yeah, anybody who wants to make a perception check can.
Let's go.
I mean,
20.
8.
Little street urchins. Aha!
24.
Damn.
23.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
24 is pretty good.
That is 23 and 24. You guys.
Wisdom is my spellcasting. I think so.
Yeah.
It's for NIAM as well.
So everybody who got higher than a 50, definitely.
Everyone who got higher than a what?
You're cutting
Then
it.
as they saw it.
Yeah, that means they saw it.
Got higher than a what?
Oh, sorry.
15.
15? Okay.
Yep. And then as you're looking there, when you look back, the little girl has also sprinted off in the opposite direction.
Nope, little shit. All right, you little fucker. I've had a bad couple days.
I'm going after the 2 that went that way.
Need eyes in the sky?
I'm gonna cast message at the child.
Oh, 120 feet.
Master, are we initiating violence?
No, not to kids.
Not yet.
Understood. I will refrain from initiating violence. Shall I initiate support?
I'm gonna
How
cast.
fast does he go?
So the kids, because they're dashing, they're going to be going per round.
Going how far per round?
60.
60? Okay.
Bastards. I'm gonna cast message.
Okay.
The child that ran away. I am the voice of the gods, child, and you cannot hide from the gods. Return what was taken, and everything will be just fine. Continue to run, and I will find you.
Now, is this to the little girl or the 2 that took your coins? Because they went in opposite directions.
Well, that's why I was asking Zerris, do you want eyes in the sky real quick?
I'm gonna cast it at the child that one of the 2 that ran past the group.
Okay.
And then STIRIA, if you would kindly, that'd be great.
Getting those wings ready. Just gonna go up above the roof line. I'm gonna look for the pair of kids and then just zero in on them.
Okay. And at what speed are you going? Like, how fast are you going?
I can fly as fast as my base movement speed, which is 30.
Okay.
So if I dash, I'll be able to be basically right on top of them because while they have to cut corners, I can just redirect.
Right. So they probably, because they had gotten a bit of a running start, they're a little ways ahead of you, but you would be able to catch up.
How many
not-
other people are on the street?
It's not very populated. Maybe 10 to 15 scattered throughout the street.
Not a good place to use thunderclap.
No. What
Probably
the fuck? What the hell?
I mean, you can.
What?
I will take that as a initiation of violence against these small humanoids.
Please don't fireball the little children.
Why
Do
not?
not worry.
Fireball the little children.
Do not worry. I do not intend to fireball the little children. That would be a waste of a perfectly good fireball.
They shouldn't thieve.
May I initiate violence now?
About the
Zerris?
most dangerous thing I probably would have done was use shape water once I was within range to create slippery terrain to see if that'll just cause them to.
No violence, RA-THERIS. We just need to retrieve what they've taken.
Right.
Right, well, we have to catch them first.
Violence is effective for catching small people.
We're not going to harm the children. We're just going to scare them. That's
I can't be. I'm not there. I'm after the other two kids.
Well, I'm
I
chasing
can-
the
I
two
can-
kids, so
I can heal the children after I have caused damage.
Like I said, as soon as I'm within spitting distance of the kids, we're gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
do a quick freezing of a snow puddle to create a thin enough sheet of ice to basically try to force them to slip, right?
I got you.
Not violence, but I am a pixie, so it's a little bit of mischievous. But it's a little bit of mischief.
Not too far.
Yeah. Now I will say, shortly after, like they're gonna you're following above them, but up in the air, right? So they're running along, but as they're making a turn, they're eventually going to split off and go two different directions. So now they're going to be split in a total of three different.
Would I be able to get close enough to catch them before they split off?
Let me see. I'm going to go ahead and do a roll for that one.
Okay.
No. Okay. So for that, I'm trying to think what that would be, because you're trying to do shape water, and more or less, I would be. What I'm thinking is that they would be essentially doing a dexterity save during this.
It's going to be the case save. DC is going to be 13.
Okay. So one of the kids does trip and fall, but the other one does not. He kind of just steps up, just kind of like.
One's all I need because what I can do is I can land in front of the one that fell and redirect it towards the other kid, or scare him so shitless that he just decides to just stop. Right.
So when you say redirected in front of the.
Casting again.
Oh
No,
casting it, yeah.
No, what I mean is because you're saying they're splitting off, right?
Right, they're gonna.
The one
split
that
off
tripped,
into two different-
I'm going to descend and land in front of the one that tripped before they were about to, run off. So that it either freezes them in place because of an oh shit moment,
Right.
or make them turn tail and go the way that their friend did.
Okay, on the one that tripped.
Right.
So they're on the ground. So you're trying to get in front of. I see. Okay, so you're trying to
You see what I'm doing?
limit the split so that way it's not as much
Yeah.
as branched as it was. Okay.
Also, I
got
just
you.
realized I just pulled a cop move there.
Yeah, no, so he's gonna get up and again start running in the other direction. Now again that would be something, he's leaving your threat range, so if you want to use your reaction for something.
I'm gonna attack the kid. What are you talking about? I will try to grapple though.
Can I try to entangle the one that's getting away that did not slip?
Yeah. If he is in range, because you
It's
were
90 feet.
90 feet. Oh yeah, he's in range.
I have to do athletics for a grapple. Hey, 14!
Okay. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, let me see. So question on that, because wasn't there a thing about grappling a creature that's no, they would be they're small.
They'd be
They're
they're
children.
the same size as me.
Yep, they're the same size as you. Okay, cool. Just making sure that I'm adding the right things
Yeah.
here.
If I was medium, they would have disadvantage, I think.
I think there is something like that.
Either that or I have advantage, one of the two.
Yeah. So with that, it's more of an even playing field. So while you are able to grab onto them, again, this is kind of like more tattered and worn clothing. So the sleeve of their shirt just kind of rips, and then they're able to run still.
Back up in the air, chasing after him.
And then NIAM, you said you had something.
I was
was just the under my breath, just kids.
going to try to entangle them. So they need a strength saving throw.
Strength?
12.
Okay. Well, they got a 2.
Oh.
So they are very much entangled. And that what is the area of effect on that?
I think it's 20 foot.
20 foot.
Okay. And is it just
It
I get this
is-
one confused with another. Where
They're
area is-
restrained by entangling plants.
Okay.
Creature restrained by the plants can use its action to make a strength check against your save DC, freeing itself on a success.
Okay, and it makes the area difficult terrain. Okay, but this is the one where when it grabs, it only does that for those in the area.
On the initial cast, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so they are stuck in the area. Now while the other kid is trying to run by, it is going to be kind of like difficult terrain, so they're kind of trying to awkwardly step through it. They're moving a little slower. But the kid who is restrained in the vines is going to take a little pouch and throw it. And then the other kid's going to catch it and start running again once he's free from the area.
Well, we've caught the kid that has the pouch now, so I'm assuming that's on a no, because we would be converging at that point, I think.
Yeah, I think you would. Now
Wait, I'm confused. So we have the one child that fell on the ice, right?
Right?
Right. They got
He's
up and
running.
started running. He was the one. So he was running. You got the other one, the one
Right.
that didn't slip on the ice. But
the girl was going the other way, wasn't she?
Nobody followed the girl.
Yeah, nobody.
I
Nobody
thought
said-
NIAM followed the girl.
No, she was
Nyam
following
was-
those.
No, ZERRIS was following the girl.
No,
Yeah.
ZERRIS was standing there, kind of angry.
Ah,
Nobody was following the girl. And I was
Okay.
not given an order to follow anybody, so I did not bother following anybody,
That's fair.
gotcha.
as I
So-
requested violence.
So the kid that slipped was still running. You got the one that didn't slip.
Okay.
And the one that did slip was running past, like through the vine area. And the
Okay.
one that was trapped through the bag to the one that.
To the
Ran
one
through.
that's running through. Eyes on
Got
target. Eyes on target.
Okay.
I'm gonna. So, David,
Yes.
do you allow non-lethal damage in your?
Oh, absolutely,
Excellent.
absolutely. Because if your intent is not to gravely injure these children, then
How
that's
far-
totally understandable.
How far are each of the children?
Let's see. Well,
Be a ways away now.
they would be a
Yeah.
little ways away because they would be dashing this whole time, and
It's
they're
about
kids. They're youthful.
about
little
120
spry.
feet each.
Probably about that. Yeah.
I'd like to cast magic missile.
Oh,
I'm sorry, what?
Oh,
Makes sense. Makes sense. More or less what I was going to do.
Yeah.
More or less what I was going to do if he authorized violence.
Yeah.
So
RA-THERIS.
Okay.
He's gonna knock him out with magic bolts. Oh shit!
Yes. So in this moment as well, RA-THERIS, no lethality, and I'm gonna cast magic missile.
Okay.
Yeah. 3
Okay.
darts at the little bastards.
so my only question here would be because they've gone around corners. I believe there is a thing about needing to have line of sight. Yeah.
That you can see within range, yes. So whoever is around a corner is kind of spared from this.
Okay. Well, the two
most
that's
of them.
yeah, I think that's most of them at this point. Perhaps the girl that you saw initially, the one who ran off with your cloak,
Mm-hmm.
but the other two had run around corners and tried to do evasive
Zigzag.
maneuvers.
Cool. Then yeah, I'm gonna cast magic missile at the small child that ran off with my cloak. Tell RA-THERIS, no lethality. Look to NIAM and STIRIA for guidance on morality. And
I don't think you can. I don't think you can see us either.
I'm gonna run off after this
All right.
child.
All right.
Cast magic missile on the child.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
So it's
See that
3.
damage.
It's 3 for 3.
Maybe only hit her
Well-
once. Recommended.
Yeah.
She probably has the peasant stab block.
The player is is ready to
I
commit
will-
violence. The character would be calm and okay with this. So I'll just hit her with 1 bolt.
Yeah, I would say you're definitely able. Not. Okay, I see the thing looks like it rolled damage for you, so for
It
3
did.
force. So and that's fine. That's going to be enough to definitely dissuade her a little bit. These kids these days are usually a little quicker so as to avoid to avoid such treatment. But
Is she unconscious or she just knocked on her ass?
she just knocked on her ass.
Cool.
Like she's okay. She's just it's like you just fucking threw an orange at her or something, pretty much.
Don't move. Don't move.
I move off in the other direction towards the other 2 targets where they ran off to.
Excellent.
Okay.
So the one that has the pouch now, because that's the one that I just zeroed in on.
Yep.
How far away would I be from it? From them.
Let's see. You were moved.
They have to take corners. I don't have to.
Correct. I would say probably about 30 feet.
30 feet away.
Just because they had tripped, they started sprinting again, and then if there was a little bit of a head start there, then they would have gotten a little way.
But not nearly as but not nearly as much as the initial head start that they had. Basically.
Yeah.
So I'm basically right on top of them.
More or less, yeah. They're not leaving your sight anytime soon. The other kid, though, you said it was a DC 12 to break free.
Yes.
Okay. Well, they managed to get exactly that on the die. So they're able to break themselves out, and while it's difficult terrain, they're not able to get very far out of the patch, but they just like right on the edge of it.
Would
How close am I to that kid?
Let's see. Were you dashing as well?
Yes.
alignment makes this interesting.
Yeah, you had stayed behind for a little bit, so I would say you're probably maybe about 60 to 90 feet. I would say.
Cool. Chill touch.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ow.
Non-lethal,
what
right?
skill-
Yeah,
Non-
non-lethal.
Non-lethal, right?
David,
You ordered me to do
what
non-lethal.
What skill would you think would be necessary for me to, quote unquote, issue a command to order the kid to stop? Right? Would I need to use intimidation or would I need to use persuasion?
E3.
I can see an argument for either, depending on how you're trying to go about it.
Well, trying to do it to stop the kid from running off with the pouch, but not in such a way that it's terrorizing the kid.
Okay.
Right?
Probably persuasion then.
Yep. Bold and firm, but not cruel.
Right.
Here
Right.
comes persuasion. We're for 16.
Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna go in-
The whole. I would suggest you drop the money that's owned by the knights. Because I'm pretty sure people in the village are aware of the clergy order. So.
And you
23, did I
you
hit?
just cheer back. I would suggest you eat my ass.
Oh,
Immediate Shapewater freezing his foot to the snow.
Oh. All right.
Not attempting to do damage.
Right.
But I'd be Pixie. So
Excuse me. Just had the kid roll another deck save. Yeah, he's fine with a 25.
I'm fine with a 25. The fuck?
Yeah, fucking
Who is raising these
kid-
kids?
kid rolled.
That kid is a demon.
okay. So did
The
a
kid's gonna
23
make a
hit?
hard left. 23 definitely hit.
Cool. That kid took 6 necrotic and can't be healed next turn.
Okay.
Non-lethal.
Yeah. So pretty much
Non-lethal.
as
But non-lethal.
non-lethal.
I didn't crit, so I can't. It's non-lethal.
Yep.
He's down.
Yep. So he's pretty much gonna just plop forward. He's unconscious but stable.
Cool. Ignore his existence. The other one must suffer too for daring to
my
transgress
fucking
against
God.
my master.
So that was
said
hard left.
You said hard left, right?
Yep.
Still on him.
Yep.
Probably shout to the Fae to try to get her attention. Fae, where is the other one?
Follow me. I am on top of him.
Understood. The moment I'm in line of sight and within 120 feet, he's getting a chill touch.
Oh my fucking God.
I think it is thematically appropriate to do cold damage at touch range to them.
Oh my. That's not what that does.
All right. Yeah, I would say probably takes you like another round or so before you get line of sight.
And this
Zeris,
entire
what
time
were
I'm
you
running
doing?
like a Terminator, not breathing.
Just-
That's terrifying. I love it.
That is disturbing. Oh man.
Oh,
This has to be traumatic for the kids, right? Like they stole from some kind young man,
oh yeah.
ran off. The young man chucked a magic orange at one, knocked her the fuck out.
Bet they won't fucking do it again.
The other one was trying to run, but kept on slipping over fucking ice.
And
Then
the
was
other
wrapped in
one-
vines, and then a spectral hand appeared on
then
their
just
wrist, and they
smacked
fell
the
over.
fuck out of them.
Just a spectral bitch slap, basically. Damn.
Are all the
It's
children? Are all the
like a spectral
children down?
chopper.
One's still up.
One
It's like a
is still
spectral
up.
sandal to the face.
So
The deadly high
Rothera,
heel.
if you would like to fire away with your last chill touch there.
Let's hope it's
I mean,
my
it's not
last
as-
one.
It's not.
Oh,
18.
Well, that's an 18.
18 will do it.
Cool. Another
Another
6
six.
non-lethal necrotic damage to this other individual who dared.
I
to
am going to be
transgress.
I'm going to be reacting like, gently. We're not trying to murder them.
As I run up to the child. He is alive.
I would.
Then I grab the child by a wrist and start dragging it back to ZERRIS.
But you don't drag a child.
He is alive.
Besides, all we need is the money. They can run off. They're
The
gonna be
master
scared
must be
shitless.
the master must be permitted to deliver justice. He desired them alive.
You're not gonna drag them.
Why?
Well, for one, abrasions to the legs. They're not wearing any cold weather stuff.
They are not.
I do
That's how
not
you-
see how that's our problem.
That's how you end up with a leg with no flesh.
I look down to my own
And
legs.
as you can see, most normal mortals cannot live without flesh.
How about we let them walk back?
No.
We don't need to drag them. Throw it over your shoulder if you want, but don't drag it.
If I were to do that, it would go through me.
Oh, dear Jeebus. Okay.
Its weight is too much for me to be able to carry in that manner.
Okay, I will sling him over my shoulder and I will push. I'll carry
All right.
while handing the bag of gold to you with the request of, please take this back to Sir ZERRIS then.
To me, or
To you.
Hi.
you just see it meld into my hand. It will be delivered.
And I'm just like, oh,
That-
that
All right.
disconcerting.
Begins to walk back.
All right, so you guys are
I'm-
able to round up all
well,
the
I'm-
children.
Well, I am carrying the child back. Mind you, that's going to mean that I'm going to be moving at half.
Yeah. That's quite a bit of weight for you, considering your stature. So.
Oh, not half. My speed has dropped straight to 5.
Oh,
Do you require assistance?
You want me to take him?
If you would lend a hand, that would be appreciated. You don't have to take him if you don't want to.
I'll take him.
All right.
Who will carry
Okay.
the other one?
Pass the.
I pick up the other one by the wrist.
It's like. I figured I was carrying one of them.
You are too slow for that. And I
I
will
would
pick it up by the wrist and start
dear.
walking like this.
I'd rather not them lose their leg to frostbite. Or
Then I pick it up above the ground and start carrying it like this.
You know what? It gets us there. That's just that we're going to be accosted by townspeople soon if we don't just do this. That's
Well, at the very least, with the townspeople, I can talk that one out because I can say that I'm a knight of the order and they stole money from us.
yeah. All right, so you guys are able to meet up again with ZERRIS, and the 3 children have been brought here.
Their hands are yours for the taking, ZERRIS.
oh my.
Oh no!
Their hands!
What are your names,
That-
children?
Not even sure that's an applicable.
What are
I'm
your,
sorry, I couldn't hear what you said.
What are your names, children?
So the children in turn introduced themselves as Timothy, Sarah, and Mark.
Who's your ringleader?
Snitches get stitches.
I'm going to
Permission to initiate violence.
no,
No, we are not
No.
hurting the kids.
going to pull out my dagger and cut
Oh.
the cloak off of Sarah.
Scared me there for a second.
Right?
Children, what you have to understand is that times are tough for everyone right now. If you had simply asked, I'm sure that me and my friends would have given you something. Are you all right?
We're just trying to get some food.
I know. And I'm going to cut the cloak into thirds and then hand it back to them. It's a bit difficult for them to wear, but it's something at the very least. And I will reach into the pouch and take out
Well,
15
go ahead.
15 gold and distribute 5 to each.
I'm gonna go ahead and look at whoever seems to be the oldest. Right.
That would be Timothy, and he'll be standing.
So I'm gonna
in the
look
middle.
at. So I'm gonna look at Timothy, and I'm gonna be as stern as I can and go like, "All right, I'm gonna ask this again, and I'm gonna want you to be honest this time. Where are your parents?"
Are there more of you?
Yeah.
Why don't you take us to your friends and see if we can help them? Snitches might get stitches, but thieves get the stockade. I'd prefer not to see you lined up in the middle of the town square in the cold, bound for everyone to see.
And all for just a serving of food. To me, that seems a little ridiculous.
It does indeed. So yeah, they're gonna agree to take you to go and see where they've been hiding out essentially. And we will be able to pick up there next week. Because that's where we're gonna call it for tonight.
Okay.
But I will say, so Gilbert, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a point of inspiration for the whole generosity to the kids thing, really doing the whole clericy bit.
I'd like
yes,
to
you resorted to violence.
I'd
but-
like to immediately give it away to NIAM as I threw magic missiles at children, and I don't feel like I deserve this.
Well, no, actually, honestly, I think you guys all handled that really well. So I was actually, as I was saying it, I was thinking like, wait a minute, why am I just giving it to you? I think I'm gonna give each of you one, just for the way that whole situation was handled, and for not fireballing the children.
That's a waste of a fireball. I would also hit the houses and they would catch on fire.
I don't even
Exactly.
have
And
fireball.
then my ZERRIS would be in trouble because he caught things on fire.
My ZERRIS.
Yeah.
Oh my
No, but-
goodness.
Goodness.
No, but and the main reason for that is like you didn't just take your money back and send the kids on their way. You took the cloak, you distributed it, you gave them a little bit of money on top of that, and you're gonna go help them out, or at least see their living situation. And was not expecting that at all. I wasn't really sure what to expect going into this, but
You didn't expect the "Where are your parents, kids?"
No. I mean, like, for it to go down exactly that way, wasn't planning it, or wasn't expecting it. I try not to expect things, these kind of situations, just because, yeah.
Makes sense.
Players never cease to
Surprise.
amaze, surprise, all of the above. Yep.
Fair.
I'm more of a fan of just here is problem. What do you do? So yeah, with that, Gilbert, I still don't know the whole spiel about all the places where you can find us. So
Sure.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
We have been the Rolling Nomads. You can find us right here, twitch.tv/Rolling Nomads, every Sunday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for Cold on Twitch's Wit, where we do not fireball children. In fact, we are looking to better their lives after
Yes.
hurling some.
We chill touch them. We don't fireball them.
You don't. We shouldn't do that either. We shouldn't have done that. But yeah, you can
It
find
was
us right here
non-lethal.
for Cold on Twitch's Wit. As well as Wednesdays, we do our gaming stream. It's kind of a free for all. What we feel like that week. Well, that's also at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on twitch.tv/Rolling Nomads. As well, we also have a game on Sunday before this at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time over on the Onyx Path. Twitch.tv/the Onyx Path for Scion Godsend. They just finished up their block party. Well, I say block 3 block party, and met Dionysus, and so that's good. Yeah,
He drugged me.
he did. He drugged Gerger. So, yeah, that's us in the gaming sphere currently. Fridays we usually have our Book of Saints, our Sabbat Chronicle, but that season 1 has ended. We'll be reconvening and discovering what to do for season 2, or if we have like a little interim small mini chronicle, possibly like a 3-shot of what the repercussions are of that. But keep up to date with that, and the best way to keep up to date with us for our new programming, anything that we might do for Fridays in the interim between seasons on Book of Saints, is on our Twitter @_Rolling Nomads. Is where you can find us. So you'll find schedule changes, new programming, things like that, as well as now we are sort of working alongside putting out the schedule and such on Hive Social. We got there in time to claim @Rolling Nomads instead of being @_Rolling Nomads. The bastards on Twitter and YouTube that have the Rolling Nomads our van life channel, and they haven't posted in years, and I'm
Just really hoping they just cancel their accounts.
Yep, really wish they would just cancel. But we'll figure it out. We'll see. But so that's @_Rolling Nomads on Twitter and @Rolling Nomads on Hive Social, where you can keep up to date with us and what we're up to. As well as on YouTube, you'll find episodes of Cold on Twitch's Wit. We are up to date, as well as with our Scion Godsend episodes over on youtube.com/Rolling Nomads. And Book of Saints will be uploaded in a mass upload these coming weeks. That's us in a handbasket.
Awesome. Did anybody else have anything to plug?
My
I
name
don't exist.
Yeah.
is
what's your
Gilbert
name?
Ramos. I am found everywhere @Ramos the Nomad, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, all those things. That's where you can find me. I post funny things sometimes, I think.
Some really quality stuff. You should definitely check it out. Shameless plug.
That's all I
yeah.
got, man.
Okay, cool. Well, we thank you all for joining us. Hopefully, you guys can come back next week. We're continuing find out what's going on with all these children that have not been fireballed.
Yes. Not been fireballed, as long as I am ordered not to.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.
We're good people.